Hello, welcome to the When I Have Spare Time podcast. My name is Frank, and I'll be sitting here in this rocking chair talking to you for a few minutes. Hopefully, a few minutes. Maybe more, maybe less, who knows? Maybe this will only be 30 seconds. Well, I don't call it news because it's not news to me, but a lot of people are talking about, and I love this name, Sha'Carri Richardson, the Olympian who failed a drug test, and now she can't run in the 100 meters in the Olympics. Supposedly, she was favored to win the gold medal. I don't know if that's what other countries thought too, or if that's just an American thing, because America thinks that everyone's gonna win. You know, I think America thinks they're gonna sweep every event, but anyway, I know she was really fast, and I know she had really weird hair. And I blame the Dennis Rodmans and Lady Gagas of the world who have caused this. I don't know what you want to call it, the mangification, the animeification of real life people. Like people with the crazy hair color and everything. But anyway, that's beside the point. These athletes, like they know when they're going to be drug tested for the most part. Like from what I've from the information that I have gathered, yes, they do have surprise drug tests, but like they do have scheduled drug tests, and so there's like when you have an event like in the trials, you're gonna take a test within a certain time frame of the trials, but like everyone knows this already. So like failing a drug test that know that you have to take, that's a sign of stupidity. And when your name is Sha'Carri, uh, you know, common sense does not, like I don't think of common sense when I think of that name. I don't think of intelligence when I think of that name. Like I think of stripper, I think of EBT, I think of single motherhood. I think of like a crack habit minimum, just or some kind of drug problem. Come on, Sha'Carri. It's like I don't know. That's like Shakira's cousin from Watts or something like that. It's like give me a break. But anyway, so I think she tried to blame her depression from hearing that her biological mother passed away, and so she used marijuana, pot, the green stuff, to cope with it. The problem is, and this is from someone who knows a lot more about drug testing than I do, because I don't care about drug testing. I was told that like the way she failed the test, it wasn't like a one-time use. It was either like heavy usage or like she had like smoked the day before. Because like I guess the levels of THC that you have to have in your system to fill the test are like actually high, because they've lowered, like you can have THC in your system. It's at a certain level, and so the level she was at means she had smoked the day before. So she lied about using THC, marijuana, whatever, to cope with her depression, because based on the results, she was smoking like on a regular basis, basically. So anyway, um, now I know people are like, but marijuana doesn't, it's not a performance enhancing drug. It's not like steroids. It's not human growth hormones. It's not like cocaine. It's not speed. It's not meth. Because all those drugs help you perform better. I've played, once again, no, I'm not a professional athlete. Not even close. Granted, I did play a doctor on a soap opera for 4 episodes, but it's not a professional athlete. Um, like playing like hockey on coke was a big advantage for me, I think. Um, I've played hockey on acid. That was not an advantage at all, which is probably why they don't test for that. Um, But yeah, and then playing stoned, like I've played every sport stoned. Hell, I've done a lot of things stoned. Um, as far as I can tell, it was actually a hindrance. But yeah, so like marijuana does not enhance your performance. If anything, it keeps it the same. I mean, it's just you're high. I don't know. I did not notice an enhancement for sure. Um, Cocaine definitely enhancement. Meth definitely enhancement. Speed definitely enhancement. Acid, no, it was a hindrance. Drunk, actually, it was a enhancement. Alcohol really helps. Actually, I actually played sports better drunk. But anyway, that's beside the point. People are saying, but marijuana isn't an enhancement. Like, why? Like, even though she failed, she should still be allowed to run at the Olympics. The point is, it's on the banned substance list, and they give an amount that you can still have in your system and pass the test. She had too much in her system, so just the fact that she doesn't have the intelligence or the self control to not smoke the week of your friggin' test. Come on, how stupid are you? She's stupid. Sha'Carri Richardson is an idiot. I mean, it's that simple. She's an idiot. And then some people, mostly the people on Twitter, because that's what Twitter is now, a bunch of leftist morons, are screaming racism. How is this racist? Everyone, black, white, Chinese, I mean, name all the countries that participated in the Olympics. So, like, all those races, all those countries, all those different people, they all have to take the same drug test. So it's not racist. As far as, I mean, like, unless they change or have different standards for Black American athletes compared to all the other people in the world, then I can think that it's racist. But they don't do that though, so it's not racist. Some people were saying because she's black, it's a culture thing. Like, she's black, so she has to smoke or something like something like that. So it's racist because you can't test a black person for marijuana. That itself is racist. So all the people saying it's racist are actually racist because you're saying that a black person has, like, you're basically saying that every black American is going to test positive for marijuana. Like, she can't help it. She's black. She was born with a pipe in her hand, crack pipe. But at least she did not say it was racist. At least she did not blame the system. She blamed herself, which is probably her one of her handlers who was white, because she needs someone on her team that has a brain, was probably like, yeah, this is your fault, so don't blame anything else. It's gonna look bad. And also, I like how some people are outraged that she's not allowed to participate in or I don't know if she could do other events. I just know for the 100 meters, which is the thing that she was supposed to get gold in. I think she holds the record in an hour, at least the American record. They're outraged that because of her failed drug test, she can't participate. But they're outraged at the Olympic Committee. They're not outraged at her, the person she's the reason why this is happening. It's not the Olympic Committee. It's not the doctor who took the test. It's no one else's fault but her. But everyone else is blaming everything else and racism. Like, give me a break. That's what's wrong with, like, most people. Like, they can't take responsibility for, like, what's really going on. You know? Like, you messed up. It's not because, mama racism. Jesus Christ. But I mean, once again, with a name like Sha'Carri, are you surprised? I mean, Jesus, man. like I'm surprised like when she was qualifying for the 100 meters, like a couple of baggies and fall out of her pocket. Oh my gosh, Sha'Carri. That name just sounds like she has 3 kids. That name just sounds like it. That name says single mother written all over it. Oh my god. Anyway, um, but the Olympics, don't care about them. Not gonna watch them. I didn't even know this was going on until I saw the news. Like, I mean, I haven't seen any of the trials. I did not know. Um, and then, like, but now that I know about the trials, I've heard more stories, like, of other athletes. Like, one athlete was, like, protesting on the podium, like, at the U.S. trials. Um, like, if that's gonna be a thing where like American athletes at the Tokyo Olympics are gonna be protesting on the podium if they win, like that's just like ugh, so embarrassing, just so embarrassing. It's the Olympics. You're representing America. If you're going to protest, don't even fucking go. Why are you why are you gonna represent a country that you want to protest? Just don't go. You don't need to go. And I hope I don't know I don't understand the inner workings of the Olympics, okay? But if there's athletes that their plan or whatever is to go to the Olympics and then protest America, they should just be banned. You should only let people who want to represent America in a positive way. I don't know, it just makes us look bad in front of other countries. It's embarrassing. Mom, stop. But see, what people don't realize, other countries, they take our protesting as a sign of weakness, and then they use that as propaganda to hype up their people to rally against America. See, that's what these woke Americans don't understand. Like, yeah, you're protesting America. I mean, it means nothing. It's like so common here. It's like whatever, but other countries view that as like, okay, America's falling apart. See, other countries actually really do have pride in their country. So like, they would they wouldn't dare like stand on the podium and whatever turn their back or whatever the quote unquote disrespectful thing is to do. I don't know. Like I've been on a podium before. I used to run track and field. Like you stand up and you wave at your parents. That's what you do. You don't like stand on the podium, flip double birds and yell, death to America. It's pointless. Enjoy your moment. Like what's more beneficial to everyone? You on the podium or whatever you're standing on, enjoying the moment, having all these positive narratives being spoke about you, or standing on the podium, burning the American flag. I don't know. It just makes no sense. And then like once again, all those images of you disrespecting the country is going to be propaganda for other countries. Like China loves that we have people openly protesting and hating America. It makes their people more motivated to take over Taiwan and us. See, but if China did take over America, at least we get rid of the protesting, though. I can't stand the protesting. We get rid of the protesting. We get rid of a few religions, which are domino into all religion. I'm completely okay with that. I'm completely okay with no freedom of the press. I like how China runs their country because it's run in a way where where like being woke is not allowed, and that's completely fine with me. They have all this. They got the same stuff we have. Like pop culture wise, it's just there's no dissonance because they get rid of the dissonance. We need to get rid of the dissonance here. We really do. or the other side needs to start speaking up. Like for some reason it's so popular to be anti-American, but it's not popular to be pro-American. I don't understand why there's not another side to this. That's the problem I have actually. No, I'm not gonna do anything about the problem. Because I'm talking about the famous people, like people of social pull here in America. There's so many of them who are like anti-American, but and then it doesn't help that Facebook and Twitter, like all of our social media sites are the same way, which is really weird. It's weird how like if the wrong person becomes powerful enough, their views get spread. So like who's ever in charge of Twitter? Who's ever really in charge of Twitter? Who's ever really in charge of Facebook? Those are the two major social media sites we have here, and also the two biggest platforms for ideas to be spread. That's why it's so dangerous that they're allowed to decide which ideas get put out there because the average person's stupid, so the average person will follow the flow, So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how I started talking about Sha'Carri Richardson, aka the lowest IQ athlete on the planet, and I turned into this. But anyway, um, to reiterate, she's an idiot. She wouldn't have won anyway in the Olympics because she's so stupid. When the gun went up, she would have probably ran backwards or something like that. Come on, if you're so dumb, you can't stop smoking weed for a week to pass a drug test. You're allowed to have weed. You're allowed to have THC in your system, but you're not allowed to have THC levels where it's like you smoked yesterday. So she had levels in her system as a that were indicative of being a consistent smoker. So I don't want to hear this bullshit like I smoked because my mom died 2 weeks ago or whatever. Like, well, I don't know the exact date of her mom died, but it was like weeks ago. Um, the results of her test was she was smoking yesterday basically. So even though she didn't blame racism and stuff, she didn't really take responsibility. Like what she should have done is just be like, I love weed. Oh well, I fucked up. That's it. That would have been like, mic drop moment. She probably would have got sponsorships. She probably would have made more money doing that actually. She goes, listen, I smoke weed. My name's Sha'Carri. What do you think I do? And then just end it right there. Anyway, it was fun talking to you. See you later, guys.